Alright, y'all. Oh, I'm gonna set these to the side and water them in, because some of them looking, they already looking crazy. Because this soil is so very dry. Get my watering can. Okay, y'all. And y'all forgive me because I really do not have intention to get on the videos and preach to y'all. But it happened. It happened. I do not intend to get on here and preach to y'all, but I do have faith that maybe some of y'all watch my channel to try to garner some kind of information. Then whatever you can get out of it, you know. So I just how you like that? 4 of them fit in there just perfect. Now I'm gonna water that and let that set. That wasn't nothing but serendipity there. All right, let's pray I got enough of these. Let's pray I got enough of these. And enough soil while I'm talking. Okay. That, oh Lord, don't go down. Whatever you do. Whatever you do, don't go down. So y'all, what y'all been doing? How y'all fall gardening been going? Y'all been enjoying everything? Everything all right? Lord have mercy. They beating the block, y'all. They beating the block. Y'all hear all that? Child. Every now and again they come through. I'm gonna tell you who that run ragged. My little old white neighbor next door. She can't stand it when they be beating the block. She can't stand that. I think she gets scared. I don't know what she gets scared for. Maybe she think they're gonna kill her. I don't know how, but yeah, no. I can't lie to y'all. I've been on the ride with some loud music from time to time. I can't even lie. I feel like you can't really vibe to the music unless you can feel the music. That's the way I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. This looks so pitiful. I'm gonna put it on in there. Look at him. Indy 500. Indy 500. Boy, when it get cool outside, you can't tell these Negroes nothing. And you know, I'm saying that, but I'm just not realizing who that is doing this now. That's trailer park trash. I know y'all gonna get mad at me for keep saying that. But let me say this here. Before I knew this, now see, the Lord will get to telling you, you gone? You gone? The Lord will, well, I should say the universe. I ain't gonna even say the Lord. Will start telling you because I'm telling you, when I saw them, just the way they carry themselves and the way they do, I knew what was up. I knew immediately. But one day the lady come over here and start talking to me. Now, I don't know what possessed her to do that. Come over here and start talking to me, telling me all of her little business. About how, and like I said, all of these things happen and I try to learn a lesson from it. She come over here telling me all about how they're not going to be there long because she got a trailer. And when she says that, y'all just don't know how on the inside, my tickle box turned over. Now, I didn't laugh on the outside, but on the inside, I was screaming. I was cackling when she said, yeah, I see, I got a trailer, but it's on my auntie land. It's on my aunt's land. But I pissed my aunt off. So she told me I had to get my trailer and get the hell off of her property. All the while she's talking to me, I noticed how she's a chain smoker, number one. I already knew that. Number two, her teeth are rotting out of her head and things of this nature. And you get to telling me all of this, and I just don't understand how you don't understand what side your bread is buttered on. When I was renting, I never went out of my way to piss my landlord off. You want to know why? Because he owned the property that I was staying in, and I knew what side my bread was buttered on. When you're renting, sometimes you have to put up with some things that you don't want to put up with. I'm not saying put up with everything, but, you know, sometimes you have to tolerate, you know, some things. So that being said, when she told me that her aunt pissed her off and she said whatever she said to her aunt, and her aunt was like, okay, you and your trailer, get the hell off my land. Ma'am, you're not very smart. You're not very smart. You're really not. And since they have been here, they keep up more hell than the black folks do. It's a house split in half. It's white people on both sides. They raise more hell. Both of them trailer park trash, in my opinion. But the one woman, she's been staying over there for about 5 years. They get into it almost nightly. Nightly, they getting into it. And I said, Lord. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say, I know y'all get baby, but, you know, call a thing, you know. And then she said some other derogatory stuff to me, come over here telling me about how she's a Republican and this, that, and the other. And I had to school her real quick on, okay, well, Republicans like rich business owners. I said, do you own a business? Do you make more than $250,000 a year? Which I knew she didn't, because she renting over there. And she looks at me puzzled. I said, ma'am, you have fell victim to the Southern strategy. She didn't know what it was. She thought I was BS, and apparently that night she went and looked it up. Said she had no clue what it was. I said, you know, Americans' memories are short. Americans' memories are short, but I had to let homegirl know I'm from Texas. The home of Lyndon Baines Johnson. The man who he said, after I signed this Civil Rights Bill, I have just given the South to the Republicans for the next 40 plus years. He said it himself. He knew what was finna happen. But see, like I said, people's memories are short and they don't pay close enough attention. And then not only that, school ain't teaching nothing, because they didn't teach me that in school. Mama had to teach me that. See, there's a freeway in Dallas called LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson. I used to ask people, I used to ask Mama, I used to read the names on the freeway, because George Bush got a turnpike up there. Anyway, I used to read that stuff. When I tell you I hear all kind of stuff moving, I don't know if it's squirrels, cats, what. But anyway, and when I would ask Mama, who is that? Who is this person? Who is that person? She would tell me who it was and explain to me who it was. And for those that don't know, Kennedy was killed in my hometown. So there's a museum there about it and everything. So, LBJ was Kennedy's was Kennedy's vice president. So, you know, we had that conversation as to how the Civil Rights Act came about and all of this. And also how that was not the first one either. So, oh Lord, Mary at home and she outside talking. Is Mary over there with Remy? Yeah, I just wonder what she with Remy. Look at her. But yeah, we would have those conversations as to who are these people and how did certain things come about, because my mother was born in '60. So, you know, she was alive when it happened. And though she was very young, she still was around people, you know, my grandmother and them, and they talked about these things in their households. That's why when I talk and I say, teach and train your children to ask adults about their lives and their childhood and stuff like that. There are people living that can tell you the conversations that were had at that time about these major things. There are people who lived in the '60s that's still here. You know what I mean? And it's so crazy. It's like people be so scared just to ask their family anything. Or, you know, they don't know nothing. They don't assume what people know. You don't know what they know until you ask them. You don't have a clue. So, you know, it's better to, you know, just ask. And if they don't know anything, they can tell you. And if they do know anything, they can tell you. You know, it's better to take that approach than to, you know, set yourself up and say, oh, well, they don't know anything, or they not going to tell me anything, or maybe they just had never been asked, you know. And you can ask them, well, what did you think about this when such and such happened? What about this? And what about that? And, you know, so all of those things are super, super important. If y'all want me to tell y'all what I'm doing, up potting cabbages, if you didn't see the other video, but I assume that this is kind of common sense at this point. That's what I assume, but I probably shouldn't assume that either. This big one over here. There we go. That's a little better. Had to get you back resituated. And some of these, depending on which ones, I'm going to put a little extra soil in. Because like I said, I want to bury these just a touch deeper. Not a lot, but a touch. Shake that to level it. And then I'll water that in. But moving right along. Moving right along. Get down in there. Playing with my emotion. But yeah, y'all, it be so much going on. But yeah, that lady get to telling me all of this stuff. And then, you know, she started with the hateful rhetoric. She started talking about the teachers' unions and this, that, and the other. And like I said, I don't allow people to give me Fox News talking points. So I educated her on why unions were important. This is when she lets me know she's never worked a day in her life. Then she goes on to start talking about DEI. I have no idea why this lady just kept talking to me about stuff. I think maybe the universe sent her over here to get an education. I have no idea. So, you know, when she started talking about DEI and CRT, I went in on her ass a little bit. I'm so sick of people thinking just because you actually teach accurate history. Look, let me put it to you like this. The young people, which I'm going to say this, as far as white people, the young people give me more hope than the grown ass folks. And the reason I say that is because I have met so many young people that they actually, it's almost like I don't know, found me some people that want to be freedom fighters or something. I don't know. Because there are some white people who actually want to make some things right. I met a young lady who, she said she know for a fact her family owns slaves and her family refuses to speak about it, and she wants to know more because she wants to do something to try to right the wrongs of her family, but her family refuses to speak on it. You see what I'm saying? So don't think that, you know, we be the only people with demons and stuff, you know. But stop teaching them that, oh, if you teach them accurate history, they're gonna feel guilty. She said she don't necessarily feel guilty, but she says some you know, things need to be righted, because she's very aware of how her family has benefited from it. Because, for instance, she's not paying for college. Because her family is who they are, they get to go to the school she go to for free, basically. But all of that was built off the backs of slavery. So, you know, it's some people out here, but like I said, you have to quit having $2 conversations. I told my friend in Chicago that when she meets people, she very often time is guilty of having $2 conversation. I don't have $2 conversation. I'm not a whore. So, you know how they say $2 hoe? So I tend not to have $2 conversation. I'm not a cheap chick, so, you know. But like I said, if you don't, you know, dig deep and find out what people are about. But see, I like to also get to the nitty gritty. Go on, tell me you a racist, or go on, tell me whatever you gonna tell me. That way I know. And we just gonna get it out the way out the gate. It's no need of me finding out 6, 7, 8, 9 months down the line. If you stupid, I'm gonna go ahead and figure it out now. You see what I'm saying? So I like to just go and get it on out the way. Whereas I know some people, well, I'd rather not know if they okay. I want to know. I want to know exactly who you are. And it's not like, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna try to change your mind about anything. But I want to know for my peace of mind. You know? I want to know for my peace of mind. So I know, okay, I know who you are. Because to be honest, that's what happened when, you know, it became not so fashionable to be racist. When people could open, like back in the day, people openly knew certain people who were in the Klan and things of that nature. Like it was known. People knew David Duke was in the Klan. They knew he was the Grand Dragon. He could just walk around freely and everybody knew exactly who he was. That's what I wanted to go back to. When they're gonna get bold enough and see, that's what makes them cowards to me. I think the old Klan was more OG than the new Klan, because the old Klan walked around and told you who they was and dared you to do anything about it. This new Klan, they try to hide it and use these new fancy words. And then they got people, you know, other people that maybe not as racist or not intrinsically racist, believe in this stuff. They, oh no, they not racist. No, yes they are. You just can't see it, or you can't see it yet. You know, because like I said, you got certain people hiding in plain sight. They just as racist as the day is long. And then you have other people who don't really understand the game, sitting up believing, oh, they're good people. No, not, I mean, yeah, maybe sometime, or to certain people, or, but see, if you only good to certain people, you're not a good person, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, if you got issues with, because, you know, I don't really play that bigot crap, period. I don't like being around bigots, to be fair. And it don't matter what you bigoted against either. I'm not going to stand around you. Really not. I'm going to get me 2 little pots in here. I got 2 little pots. But yeah, y'all, these people in these streets, wow, you have to be careful out here in these streets. Ain't this the cutest? It's even got a little reservoir at the bottom. The cutest pot. This is a good sized cabbage, and then there's a tiny, tiny one right here. This tiny one probably not gonna make it, but I'm gonna pot him up anyway. And then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with these trays, really. Like what I'm gonna put in them next. I got another little tiny one right here. I'm trying to give these little suckers a chance. I'm gonna put these two in. So I got these, setting them in these trays, and then water them. That'll hold some of the water at the bottom so that everything gets good and watered in good. And like I said, I am watering this with a little bit of fish emulsion. I know y'all can't see me. I'm over here to the side, watering this stuff in. And guess what? Whatever make it, make it. Whatever don't. Now, I'm gonna loosen this soil some. This soil holds moisture good. I may mix this with the other stuff, because that other one don't hold moisture nearly as good as this one. I don't know what I done put in this one. See the difference? Powder house. I mean, this holds a little moisture, but it's not nearly as good as this one. I don't know if y'all can see them. Let me put where y'all can see. It helps when you put it where the goats can get it, don't it? Okay. So I'm gonna take half of this and put it over here, or at least close to half. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch these over and try to kind of mix this and make this soil a little bit better, so that one of them ain't, because this one's borderline too wet. Borderline. Put a little bit more over here. And take this and mix this all in. Mix the wet stuff. See, this is kind of sticky and wet. Try not to drop too much. Loosen this. So sometimes if you see you got some soil, and like I said, a lot of this soil come from all different kind of places. I reuse, all that kind of stuff. I know some of this is probably compost. Some of this probably was wood shavings at one time. Some of it might have been soil from plants I bought at the store. All kind of stuff. Like I tell you, any of my seed starting mix that's left, I reuse. Oh, that's them chilling. I heard some talking. I was trying to say, what's really going on? But yeah, y'all. And then I got some seeds. Oh, this is what I wanted to tell y'all. Y'all be careful if you get seeds overseas, not for the obvious reasons. I know what some people gonna say. Oh, you might be getting some seeds that's invasive, or you don't know what they are. That's true, you could be, but that's not what I was gonna say. Usually when seeds enter the country, they irradiate them, and if they irradiate them, those seeds won't be viable. So y'all be careful. Let me get some seeds. I'm gonna tell y'all something I do want to sow. Is some celery. But y'all, I don't even know if this celery, it ain't even no celery in there. Good Lord. trying to read, y'all. I'm trying to read. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I'm actually trying to get rid of. A lot of this stuff, it ain't even nothing in here. I know I got red monsters right there. I don't know how the Brussels gone. I done sold so much stuff, y'all. I done sold so much stuff, y'all, that a lot of my stuff, baby, is gone. Ain't no what you call in that. Ain't no what you call in that either. Ain't no seeds in there either. I got some kaolin. I know this is old. And there's a bunch of seeds up in here too. I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I just sold about, they're probably 200 or 300 seeds. Them seeds old. We're gonna see if they come up. They got 1 or 2 choices. Come up or don't. That's the 2 choices. So I ain't playing when I say I'm getting rid of these seeds, cause I got too much stuff. Look here, purple kohlrabi. Sold it all. Whole tray. So there we go. One of these trays is purple kohlrabi. The other one is kaolin. Kaolin is that's an Asian brassica. I can't remember if that's a Asian broccoli or what, but it's an Asian thing. Okay, the seeds are gone in that. Like I said, I'm actually not mad that I'm not seeing a whole bunch of seeds. I'm gonna sow these too. I ain't got but a touch of this purple sprouting broccoli, and I think those were seeds that I saved myself. I think. I think. Somebody been digging in. All right, y'all. Purple sprouting broccoli sold. I got red. I have red, supposedly red lacinato kale. I don't think that's a real thing. Why do I feel like that's not a real thing? But anyway, y'all, I ain't gonna walk off no more. I think this video long enough. Let me see, cause I've been talking to y'all long enough. So until next time, see you guys later.